All right, everybody. Welcome to our ASTE Community Connect live stream. I'm Melody McAllister, the director of the Alaska Society for Technology and Education, and I'm here with my co-host Anthony White, our ASTE board president. Today, we're especially excited to welcome Yaritza Villalba and two students who participated in the STEM for Change experience that Yaritza and her team at McKenzie's Adventures created. I recently helped judge and was blown away by the apps that the students in this experience pitched. And they were all using AI to help with a problem in their community, and it was amazing. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from them how it felt to go through the process and how it helped them to think about their futures. We're going to bring the STEM for Change program to our annual ASTE iDidaContest and a new category called iDidaImpact. And after our students share, Yaritza will be sharing more details about what it will look like for our Alaskan students and how Alaskan educators and schools can get involved. We're so glad you're here. But before we bring up our guests, Anthony, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I spent all day getting my classroom in
Nice.
order, and I am still not ready. And I'm sure all the teachers out there that are getting ready back for school understand.
Yeah, we're coming up on the start of the school year. I know here in Kodiak, new teachers started in service this week, and everyone's ramping up for what should be a really exciting school year.
Yes, we are. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. And just knowing that we have created a new category and for I Did a Contest is just this is exciting because it's about making an impact in your community and just being able to have seen this firsthand, judging projects from young people was just something that I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of. All
Yeah,
right.
and for those who aren't aware, the I Did a contest has been going on for quite a while and invites educators and students to submit digital media assets in relation to different categories. In the past couple of years, we've refined it to I did a movie. I did a press, which is like any kind of publication that students are creating. I did a jam for music. I did a play for games. I did a moment for photography. I did a roots for Alaska Native focus. I did a cause where students are focusing on, social awareness, social media campaigns, and I did a teach where we invite educators and students to submit creative, tech-rich lesson plans. And we've created this in collaboration with Yaritza to have more hands-on approach, one that includes curriculum and support and instruction. You're going to hear from the student on the impact it's had in their lives and that for their community.
Awesome. So, without further ado, thank you for that, Anthony. Let's bring up one of our very special guests. You know her because she has been an ASTE keynote a couple of times, most recently this last February, and with the wonderful Ann Cosma. Jaritza Villalba is also the CEO and creator of McKenzie's Adventures and STEM for Change. Tell us, Jaritza, tell us a little bit about this before we bring the students up.
Oh, I don't want to drop all of the gems, but first and foremost, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure joining the ASTE community and joining you two on a live. STEM for Change is a project-based learning experience where students get to create a solution that combats a community challenge. And what's really cool about this is students don't necessarily have to use all AI to build their apps, but they should have AI components because we're now at a time, especially in education, where we have to teach those digital fluency skills. And it's important, especially for the workforce, for our students to be able to, I know people don't like hearing this, to compete, right? Because the reality is the workforce is a competition. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're competing with individuals, but you are competing to get a job and to keep that job. And now in 2026, in order to keep a job, you also have to understand how things are built. It's no longer about hardware, it's about software.
Awesome. Wonderful. I love it. And now it's coming. All right. And so that was just a little bit of what is to come. Are you ready to bring our students up?
I am. I'm excited.
I
Bring
am
them
too. You know what? There's this thing called applause. I'm going to applause. And as I bring up our students, I'm also going to give them applause because they have completed STEM for Change. And so we're going to ask them like what it was like and how does it like help them think about their futures. I'm so excited to have Vedant and Shruthi with us today. How are y'all and where are you coming from? Or where are you coming live from?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm joining in from the Twin Cities in Minnesota. So that's kind of where I'm based.
Awesome.
Hey everyone, I'm doing great actually, and I'm joining in from California, San Jose.
Yeah. So it's a little bit late for Vedant, right? It's a few hours.
It's 8:40 right now.
Oh, okay. Have you guys already started school?
No, I start September 1st actually.
Okay, good. So we're not keeping you up past your bedtime. I
Yeah.
love it. All right. Shruthi, have you guys already started school?
Nope, we also start later as well.
Okay. Good deal. All right. Wonderful. All right. Well, we are going to go ahead. If you guys want to share your presentations, we'll jump right into it. And if you're just started watching, Vedant and Shruthi are going to share their projects that they created for the STEM for Change experience that they've already gone through. They've gone through the whole process. And they're just going to share kind of their creations and their apps and anything they want to share. And if you have a question you'd like to ask them, feel free to drop it in the comments. All right. So, okay, let's see. I'm looking, just let me know when you are ready and I will share. Okay. Vedant, I think that you might have taken yours off even though you shared already. If that makes sense, you're going to have to like reshare. There we go. Here we go, y'all. Thank you for your patience. Awesome. Okay.
So my name is Vedant Chaitan. I'm a rising sophomore at Minnetonka High School in Minnesota, and I created an app called North Star Code. And three of the main features that North Star Code provides are computer science education, local resources, and access to real-world opportunities. I centered this around the UN's SDG 4 of quality education. Specifically, I wanted to focus on the lack of computer science education in my community. I did some research and I found that computer science education isn't really provided to Minnesota public school students, especially girls, students of color, and students who live in rural areas. In fact, only 28% of Minnesota public high schools offer at least one computer science class, and Minnesota was ranked 50th among all states in computer science education. To solve this issue, I created North Star Code. The first main feature of North Star Code is the Learning Hub, which contains all of the courses for 7 different programming languages. If you're not sure where to start, you can take an interactive quiz to find the perfect language that will suit your needs. Our app has Python, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Java, Swift, and C# as possible languages. Another feature is the AI Lesson Assistant, which helps you understand problems if you're confused. You can ask it a prompt, and it will tell you the answer to your question, or it can assist you with certain exercises and lessons. Finally, the third feature, what I think is one of the most important features of this app, is the Local Resources tab. Here, people can upload events related to coding or other conventions or competitions or hackathons that are in their area, and students can go on this app and search for these types of events near the city, county, depending on their age group, and depending on what specific type of event that they want to go to. Because overall, computer science education isn't just the important part. It's also important for those educational skills to transfer into the real world through events like these. Overall, I want to make computer science education accessible for every child because too many students do not get the chance to learn coding or find the support they need for computer science. I want to close the computer science access gap so that I can open more doors for the next generation. Thanks for listening. If you have questions or you want to follow up, please email vedant.chaitan823@gmail.com. Thank you so much.
That was so cool, Vedant. That is so cool. Do you still feel nervous when you share about it a little?
I think in the beginning I was kind of nervous, but I got more and more used to it as like calling it something that I had made. So I think now I'm not too nervous about it.
Wow, that is so cool. I just like I'm sitting here with a smile on my face. Just this is amazing. It's so cool. Let's see if yes. All right. Okay, and so everything that you talked about, like did you find that problem from the SDGs?
Yeah, so I based this off of the UN SDGs, which are basically, for those who don't know, 17 sort of problems or issues that the UN has identified in the world. I based mine on education, but there's problems such as no poverty, no hunger, um, access to infrastructure, and so on.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing. Shruti, if you want to go ahead and get yours ready, I'll share that as well. And then we'll take questions from people that about your experience if they ask. So yes, that is so cool. What did you think, Anthony?
I absolutely love it. As someone who works with computer science across the state, I couldn't be more proud of what you're working on. And that coming from a student is really impactful. And if there's certainly for me, I don't live in your state, but if there's a way that I could help others know what you're doing, it's something truly impactful.
Yeah. And 50th in the country, that's sad. Yeah, we got to change that for everyone everywhere. All right, Shruti, here we go. Take it away.
Be sure to unmute yourself, Shruti.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, Shruti, you are. Yes. Here. Did I unmute it for you? Hey, Shruti, can you let us know in the chat if you are able to unmute yourself?
Okay, can you
there we
guys hear
go.
me now? Sorry
Yes, we
about
can.
that. I had thought I unmuted myself, and it turns out it did not happen. So.
It's all right.
Okay, this is my app Elevate. So I created this app because I noticed that a lot of time when I'm busy with my like homework and all my classes, I'm sitting down the entire day and I don't get up or exercise at all. So I created this little app to help people like me. So as you can see, it's like connected to a calendar and it just has some of my activities, and over here you can see that there's a gap between like 1 to 3, so it automatically recognizes that there's a gap and it'll include a wellness break over here, as you can see, at 2:30 p.m. And so if you click on the wellness break, okay, well, the YouTube video is supposed to load. I don't know why it's not loading right now. Might be like an internet issue because my dad was telling me how our Wi-Fi keeps on going out for some reason. But it's okay because there's two options where you can open the video on YouTube. Over here, you can see in the corner that the link pops up. Or if you choose this other option called Find Another Video, it will pull up a search query and you can choose from the list of videos from that. And once you're done with the video, you can press this complete break and earn 1 energy so that you can see that your break is completed. But let's just say that I want to take a wellness break at 7 p.m. You can also go here and open this chat. And as long as you can like click onto like any one of these buttons and it's like the same type of idea, you can like find another video, or you can open the video on YouTube. Then you can also just like press complete and you earned an energy. So you can see I have 2 energies right now. And let's just say I want to customize it. So that's why I created this like personalization type of setting. So in case I haven't been sleeping properly and I have like some neck pain, then I want to notify the app that, oh, I have some soreness on my neck. And you can also like depending on what type of day it is, I might want to do more cardio. So I can choose that, and then the video gets personalized to whatever I choose. And yeah, so I chose to create this app to address SDG 3, which is good health and well being. As I said before, I noticed that I sit a lot, and based on my research that I've done, I found that sitting a lot is not good for your body. And it can, if you do this for like 10, like 20 years, like prolonged, I know a lot of like adults, if they work at like big software companies, they're like sitting through meetings all day. And as they get older, it's not good for like neurological conditions. They can get some of those as well. So I brought this app is there to like support them through that, and it just goes through a bit more about my app and why I created the app as well. So you can go back to this page and you can see that the breaks there again. So yeah, that's my app.
Yay! So true, Shruti. Like seriously, I don't work for a software corporation or anything like that, but I definitely need all the reminders to get off of my bottom and exercise a little, move a little, and even at school sometimes we sit for too long, you know. So I love it how it was for all ages. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was saying, Shruti, I'm doomed because I sit all day. Like that's pretty much all my job, and so thank you for that. I'm gonna have to download your app. What do you do with the energy points, or do you have an idea of what someone could do with those energy points?
Yeah, so I'm thinking of having it if you accumulate like 20 or 30 energy points, you can start to unlock some like more personalized features. So maybe it's gonna like remember your history of all the videos you've seen before. And let's just say you have maybe you want to work out with some other people in the app, you can like work out together as well. So
Awesome.
yeah.
That's really cool. I love that. Very nice. Very nice. Can I ask you guys some questions about your experience? Like, what was the best part of all of this?
For me, I think the best part was just being able to build an app that can actually impact my community because, I've always felt like I want to do something to help others. And, this program and building this app really gave me an opportunity to do that. So, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, likewise. I think one of the best parts of this whole STEM for Change experience is being able to identify a problem in your community and actually build a deliverable solution that you can use to sort of benefit not just yourself, but others as well. So, yeah.
Gosh, guys, I don't know that I could have ever said that when I was your age. Like, that's amazing. Here, applause again. Applause. Seriously. Seriously. I love it. Something I always tell my students is you don't have to wait to grow up to change the world, right? You guys are doing this right now. And it makes us adults want to sit up and listen because two young people are telling us that they are already changing the world. You don't need permission to change the world, right? I love it. All right, next question. How has this experience shaped your views for your own future?
Well, for me, I thought like I wanted to be a doctor originally, but then after going through this program, I saw like how much like I know people are talking bad about AI. There's like some bad stuff like, oh, AI is going to ruin your future, but I think that I see like the good side of AI as well. So I definitely think that I want to help people, but I'm thinking of going through more like an AI and like science and like computer science lens as well.
I love that.
For me, I think part of this app that I've built kind of allows me, like I said, to help others in my community. After the STEM for Change experience, I reached out to local schools in my area, specifically schools that are like further up north in rural areas. And I'm currently in the process of sort of implementing this app in school curriculum across the state. So I think
What?
that's gonna be a big thing in my future at least.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I gotta get the applause going. I'm so slow on it. That is incredible. That is super incredible. I love that. And like Alaska, we have a lot of students in our rural communities as well. And so I hope that if they are able to watch this, that you guys serve as inspiration for them. I don't know if you saw this, but Rob Christie, they say super impressive and well done to both of you. Kudos. And thank you so much for watching and tuning in. We appreciate that. Very well. Okay, one other question. You guys didn't just stop when you created your app. You're like, part of your future is you're taking a certification test that adults take to help them have like certification for for their future. Like, can you tell us a little bit about that process? What tests that you took, and just maybe some tips?
Yeah, we took the Azure AI 901 certification exam, which is basically a Microsoft AI certification that's used professionally to show like certain skills in AI. During the STEM for Change program, you actually get to learn, you get to take a Microsoft course or some course about how AI kind of works behind the scenes and what sort of tools it uses and what kind of broad applications of it. And learning about all of that in that course, um, we get to take this Microsoft exam. And if we passed, which I think the course does a really good job of preparing us for, we get an actual certificate that we can use professionally and in other things as well.
Yeah, to add on to what he was saying, I definitely think that the course that we do in preparation to take the exam is really helpful. So for me, particularly before I took the exam, I just like read through the contents of the course again. And also before taking the exam, there is like a 40 question mock exam. So that really helped me to like prepared to see what type of questions would be on the exam and see if I was missing any gaps I could like fill in before I took the actual exam for the certification.
So did you guys feel pretty confident about it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, there was only like two questions that I was not that sure about, but the others were like pretty good. Yeah.
That's awesome. Kudos to like the people that were part of the program that helped you like learn all of this, because I think was Dr. Harvey, was he involved in this, Yaritza? Well, all right. And he
Yeah.
says, well, yeah, okay. I just talk, so just tell me to be quiet and I'll stop talking if you want to say something. But Dr. Harvey, he says, well done, y'all. And one of our dear friends, Tisha, she says, young entrepreneurs on their way to being incredible leaders. And I definitely already incredible leaders. I am so I'm so proud to just share space with you all, even virtual space. It's incredible. All right. Oh, okay. So Vedant, you actually got to know Dr. Harvey.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he remembers, but he was my instructor for the first lesson of the STEM for Change program. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, thank you, Dr. Harvey. Wonderful. He's pretty funny. Did he sing to you guys?
No, he didn't sing, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm sorry to tell him that.
We'll bring him on. We'll bring him on. We'll bring you back on, Vedant, and he can serenade us all. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, thank you both for being here and sharing part of your experience with us. It really does matter. It makes a difference, and I'm just so proud that you guys came here to share with students in Alaska, and they get to see that young people can change the world, can impact the community around them. They don't have to wait to grow up. And kudos to y'all for taking that certification test and preparing for your future. We're going to bring this to Alaska. We're so excited. Is there anything, Vedant or Sruthi, that you want to say before we move on further into the program?
I have a question.
Yes.
So, I mean, we always hear educators say, stop assuming you know exactly what students want. And because this program, especially in Alaska, is going to impact students directly, I would love for Vedant and Shruthi to kind of like, share what are some things that tips that you would give students in Alaska who are about to take this program, but also just in thinking about your apps, the more you scale your app. Vedant, you talked about some schools that you're already having conversations with. Shruthi, you already are making some changes to your app that would literally impact future users. What are some tips that you would want to give to kids who are now coming into this program?
I would say you should really know kind of your community, or at least if you, for example, if you're just going through your day-to-day life and you experience some sort of setback or some problem, you should kind of think, how do other people experience this problem? Is there a way that I can help? And that's sort of a really good way, at least I found, to kind of identify a problem and be able to build a solution for it.
Yeah, and I just want to add on to what he was saying. I think also maybe if you're not the type of person who goes out a lot, or maybe you're an introvert, don't interact with a lot of people, I think you can also just look in like your own family or your own house. Like for my app specifically, I first saw my parents and myself and my brother, so that's why I wanted to address this challenge. So I think it's just based on what you want to build as well. You don't need to have any specific idea that, oh, I want to build like an app that does blah blah blah. You, as long as you like go through the program, you automatically do more research and you'll like expand your horizons, so you'll be able to figure out what you want to do.
I love that. I'm always having conversations with educators about the importance of culturally responsive education and how to ask students, to think about the world around them, but also their own communities. So hearing both of you say that's a piece of reflection that I can honestly take back to my team, and a piece of feedback that I believe we need to hear, because that means we're doing things the right way. So I thank you both for sharing it. And it's been a pleasure being your instructor. Melody does not know this, but I was actually both of their instructors as well throughout the program.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. You guys learned from the best, sounds like. Yeah. All right. Well, Shruthi and Vedant, I'm going to put you guys back under, but you're more than welcome to stay around. We might have questions, or if you need to jump off and do other things. We're so glad that you came. We're honored and privileged that you shared your experience with us. Thank you all so much.
No, thank you guys for this opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
thank
be
you
hearing
so
more from you.
much.
Yeah.
And
All
many
right.
more to come.
Yes, many, many more to come. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm not like, look, our faces are so close. I love it. Okay, Yaritza, that was incredible. And I just want you guys to go on record. Dr. Harvey said that he's going to come on and sing next time. He said that. So, yeah. All right. So we're bringing the STEM for Change to the iDidaContest under the iDidaImpact. That's a lot of iDidas. So, would you like to share a little bit about that? And I can, while you're doing that, I'm going to pull up something to share.
Yeah.
Also.
Of course. Well, first, I think it's important for us to kind of like discuss that this partnership, this strategic partnership, focuses on the vision of helping Alaskan students kind of like build more skills and what I believe are future ready skills. Everyone has different definitions for future ready. For me, it's how are we going to be a part of the ever-changing economy, meaning how are we going to make money? Right? No one wants to talk about making money, but that is the essential part of life that our kids have to know about. Whether they want to pursue careers in healthcare, transportation, engineering, technology, construction, the skills that we are teaching throughout this program is going to help them with problem solving, social skills, digital literacy skills, confidence, and also learning how to work with others. So throughout this program, I would definitely and am definitely looking able to providing students with experiences that are going to help them to develop these competencies that would allow them to connect their learning directly with the real world challenges. And I know that was like a mouthful. What do you think, Anthony?
I think it's brilliant. There are a lot of things in this that, that you mentioned, or things that we haven't even talked about. For all we know, a student's experience from this, 10 years down the road is going to yield some incredible result that we didn't even anticipate for. And honestly, 10 years down the road, what students are going to experience is going to be astronomically different than what we're dealing with right now. So we're just giving them a head start.
Oh, absolutely. So, I mean, let's talk about STEM for Change. Mel, if you can head on over to the slide that just discusses what it is. I mentioned earlier that we have this project-based innovative program that's designed to help students become creators rather than just simply consumers of technology. And we know that is the main argument that folks are having in education is how do we teach students how to effectively use AI without becoming highly dependent on AI? So as a student works through the design process, they're going to learn how STEM, digital tools, and AI can be used to develop these innovative solutions, but in a way that's responsible. You've just heard Vedant and Sruthi just talk about their experiences, but also how they are using their apps to focus on their communities and their families, right? And that approach itself is what's going to help our students understand why learning matters, because they can immediately connect their academic concepts to the real world applications like their families and their communities, but also to future career opportunities. Whenever I share about STEM for Change, which is a passion of mine, right? Like I created this experience because I wanted a realistic approach to workforce development, to CTE, but also to learning. There's so many different strategies that folks are sharing, but no one is asking, what is it that our students realistically want to do? What approach can we use that's personalized that would allow students to flourish in the classroom space, whether we're in the same room or we're in different rooms? You still with me? So with this process, as I mentioned, I mentioned the design thinking process, but students are going to move through the same process as they normally do in careers, right? So from researching problems to developing ideas to creating these prototypes and presenting their solutions. This is what's going to help them ultimately build confidence, their workforce ready skills that I keep emphasizing, and those digital literacy concepts that I believe we all need. I wish I had those concepts. What's a bit different about what we're going to do with our partnership, especially in Alaska, is that our program is going to be teacher facing, right? It's not just going to be the students are learning, but we're going to take the teachers through this journey as well, because they're going to learn the strategies for guiding inquiry. They're going to learn the strategies for supporting innovation. They're going to learn the strategies that are necessary for students to integrate technology, but also for the teachers to know how to do so in a culturally responsive way. I've watched so many teachers use EdTech tools. They have a whole list of 50 tools that were, one, forced or shoved down their throats because the districts have paid for them, or two, they probably picked it up at a conference and now they want to use all of them because they're free for 30 days. And we don't really know how to effectively embed it in our instruction. Through this process, teachers are also getting the professional development that we all need, right? It's bite-sized. We're going to meet once a week. We're going to be able to have real conversations about what's working and what's not working. So it's going to be tailored to their own classrooms. This experience is going to also mirror for teachers what engineers, entrepreneurs, designers, technology professionals, your IT support specialists are literally doing every day. Right? you can keep going and you can skip the next one as well. At the end of the process, at the end of the 10 weeks, we are celebrating with what we call Creative Pitch Day. This also looks different for Alaskan educators because students are going to pitch in their classes, and then it's going to be the responsibility of the teachers to choose who their finalists are that are going to represent their classes, and have the opportunity to perhaps pitch in person at ASTE 2027. So our Creative Pitch Day is the highlight of our program. It's when students are presenting their problem that they chose, their solutions, and they're doing so to a panel, right? Whether if it's virtually or in person. And so this is where the public speaking skills come in. This is where the students, you can see the pride in their work. When we started this live session, Mel emphasized it's okay to mess up, right? That's what I want our students to understand, because teachers, we mess up all the time. There's times where I had to rewrite my lessons because it didn't go the right way. I may have mispronounced a historical term. I may have messed up the chronological order of a timeline or whatever of an event. And so with teaching students how to publicly speak, our students only have 4 minutes to get 10 weeks of thoughts, of creativity, of prototyping, of engineering together, right? Which is difficult, especially if this is your first time. And so it is building that public speaking skill, it is building confidence, is building pride, but also schools are able to invite other people into their classrooms, or teachers, you're able to invite other people into your classrooms to see the good work that your students are doing. Too often, our students and our teachers are not being given the opportunity to showcase real work. And when they are being observed, they're being observed for 30 minutes and they're being judged on that kind of like window. Through this program, teachers, we're also showcasing all the skills that we've had from the time we stepped into the classroom. This is our time to become facilitators. This is our time to just watch our students showcase their learning. After our students have completed the 10-week experience, and also our educators, they get the opportunity to take the AI Azure 901 exam. You've heard the students speak of it, so I won't, focus all of this energy on it, but we are already exposing students to the AI concepts like computer vision, natural language processing, OCR, information extraction. These are the terminologies that even some adults can't comprehend, but it is where we need to be if we want our students to be fluent in artificial intelligence, but also digital literacy. Our program is flexible, and I know I'm speeding through this because I definitely want to answer any questions that you all may have, but I feel like going through this also allows educators, especially in Alaska, who might have been thinking about it and just needed some more information. You have it here, and I know Anthony has some resources that he'd like to share as well. The program is flexible. As I mentioned, we will be meeting once a week, but think of me as kind of like your one-to-one support. A text message, a group chat, a coffee chat. If you want to talk about what's happening in your classroom, I'm there. And in some instances, even though we're going to be virtual, in some instances, I'm going to get the opportunity to visit you. I'm going to get the opportunity to see you in person. And I said some prior to ASTE 2027. So this program itself is also what I am redefining as a CTE pathway. I work with electrical systems teachers. I work with automotive teachers as well. And I'm always emphasizing that AI is now a part of CTE, because AI is a component that should be embedded in everything we do in CTE. So with that being said, the finalists are going to be welcomed with an opportunity to showcase their learning at ASTE 2027, which I think is remarkable. If you have been following my journey, you know I cannot stay away from ASTE. There's always a calling coming back, because the Alaskan community is one that I feel very much a part of, because they are welcoming. And so for those of you who are interested, we have a QR code that we're sharing with you. I know Anthony has made a phenomenal webpage. And all I'm going to say is, if you are interested and you want a space where you can be the best teacher that you can be, and you can answer questions without feeling like they might sound off, this opportunity is definitely for you. Was that a lot?
That was so good. That was so good. I loved it. I mean, and I'm sorry, I was like, I didn't do the thing very well, the presentation very well. But guys, I've dropped the link. It was on the QR code. If you're interested in this, bit.ly/, iDidaImpact. Let me see. I pulled it up here. Here we go. And there's an interest form. Now this does cost money. Like this, Yaritza's not doing this for free. Like, and teachers that do this, this isn't, there is a cost to this. Anthony, I'm going to pull up our webpage that you just published today because you're amazing. And you can tell us a little bit more about that as well. Is that all right?
Yeah,
All right.
that works. And there's still a little more information in there, but I want to get the key points, the information about the event. We're looking to launch this September 14th. And that would have districts or teachers signing up for this event. I know that there's some interest in Southeast Alaska, and we're really excited for that. We're setting a deadline to September 1st, so be sure to sign up before then, so that way we have enough time to prep and get ready and ensure that the students and educators are successful in this program. Some of the other key features, just all the things that Yaritza talked about and what we will be covering during the course of that 10-week period, including the certifications, what those certifications are, and then the cost. So the cost certainly could be something that could potentially come from Perkins funding if it supports your program that you already have developed. This would be supplemental to computer science or digital literacy or automotive or electrical business. And that cost goes towards McKenzie's adventures to ensure that they're properly compensated for the curriculum they develop, the time that they put into supporting students. And you could tell from the two students who were up here, like that was money very well spent. These students are certainly going places. And if there's anyone out there who's listening who might be interested in sponsoring some classrooms or districts, feel free to get a hold of us. You can find us on our website or get a hold of us through social media, Melody or myself, that you would be interested in potentially taking on some of the costs to have students engage with these experiences. It is time well spent. It is money well spent. And we certainly encourage you to reach out to us for that. That being said, if there are any questions or additional information you need, you could always get a hold of us at any point. We'd be happy to answer those. We really look forward to having lots and lots of schools and classrooms around the state participate. We'll also note too, it's not just traditional classrooms as well. We encourage all learners across the state to participate. So don't let that keep you from it. Was there anything I missed in that?
I think you did good. I mean, listen, if you're watching and you're a homeschool family, you're a charter school, private school, whatever, we want you to be a part of this. If your students want to be a part of this, then let's get it going. Yaritza, is there anything that wasn't said that needs to be said?
No. Well, if you have any questions, you have Melody's and Anthony's contact information, or you can go on the website. That way we can further explain or send you some material, especially if you want access to any of the slides that we shared today. We're here to support however we can and to help you guys throughout registration and beyond.
And we put in the survey that you fill out for interest, the interest survey, if $2,500 isn't just chump change, it's a good amount, and we want to know, if your school needs help with this, we're actively looking for sponsors and we're actively looking for grants to help that. So don't let that be something that keeps you from being a part of this. We are definitely here to help you be a part of that. And and we're doing that for the conference. We want to try to get students here. And there's a lot of encouraging conversations yet to be had for people. There's a lot of sponsors that want to bring students to ASTE, and I want to bring students to ASTE. But can you imagine the first day of ASTE having a Shark Tank pitch, where students are showcasing the 10 weeks of learning that they, and pitching. I mean, it just for me, that's like a culmination of everything wonderful about what education should be. And I'm really excited about that.
Mel, did you just give away the secret? That was like the secret sauce. That was like
God. Is that okay? Did I say too much?
Yeah. And just want to stress again the importance that it's not, we invite traditional classroom teachers. We absolutely want them to be a part of it. But this is a program that's perfect for talented and gifted programs. A lot of students in those programs, alternative high schools. This is a meaningful experience for those students. So don't limit it to just what you might think is only in a traditional classroom. We want to welcome all learners.
Yeah, and you know what? It's for high school this year. We decided to go ahead and focus on high school, but don't be like, if you're like, I have a middle schooler who really wants to do this. We're gonna like, it's gonna be like tier next year. We'll invite, but hey, reach out to me if you're like, hey, my kid really wants to do this, and they're only 14. We'll see. We'll work with you. I know, Yaritza, thank you so much. You're on the East Coast. It's like 10. It's almost 10:30 for you. Thank you so much. For joining us. We really appreciate it. I mean, like, thank you for letting me be a judge for the cohort. Like, I think it was about a month ago I got to see, and you guys just declared the winner the other day, last Friday, I believe, in California. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yes. It was just, I'm glad that I got to see the pitches. Like, I got to be a judge for one cohort of the pitches. And seriously, it was just, for me, it was like life-changing. I mean, if you think about like what young people can do, you just throw it out there and help them. And like you were saying earlier, facilitate that learning, and they are going to come up with things that are going to blow your mind. And I got to see that firsthand. So thank you.
Well, thank you. And thank you for having me, but also for always supporting McKenzie's adventures from day one. As I said, I cannot stay away from ASTE no matter what, just because you guys have built a community that I believe is truly helping education, not only in Alaska, because there's times that I've created things that, don't really reach Alaska, but you all are always here to support. But we are very intentional with this partnership for Alaskan educators and students, and we're ready.
Awesome. So let's just sum it up really quick, okay? Okay. STEM for Change, do you want to sum it up? Do you want me to sum it up? What do you want to do?
Let me hear what you got. Let me see.
Listen, if you are ready, Alaskan educators, if you are ready to bring your high school students to showcase everything that they're learning, help them to see their future, the impact that they can have on their community right now, and also think about their future, please fill out the survey at bit.ly/iDidaImpact. Let us know your interest. You may or may not have the funds for it. We will help you get there if you don't, but we definitely want you to be a part of this, because if your kids can create this app that somehow impacts their community, and we believe that they can. We just saw 2 amazing students who did just that, and they were just 2 of many, okay? We're hoping to bring them to ASTE, where they will have a Shark Tank experience and get to pitch this in front of a live audience. I hope I'm not revealing too much, but it's going to be super exciting. We want to showcase the brains and the amazing students of Alaska and the teachers behind them. And what am I leaving out, y'all?
You don't need a coding background in order for us to do this. I think that's important, because that normally kind of like is what scares teachers and students and families away. You do not need a coding background. All you need is interest in solving a problem in your community, and we'll take care of the rest.
You will be supplied the curriculum. You will be taught, and you don't have to have all the answers. Your students are coming up with the answers. You cannot possibly know or have all of the answers. It's not an expectation. Yes, it's wonderful. All right. I think we did it. Did we do it, guys?
We did it.
We did it. All right. Well, y'all, listen, call for proposals is open. That means we are taking sessions still, and that's going to be until September 30th. So go to aste.org/conference, and that's where you can submit your session. And we want to hear from you. Everybody who has done it already, thank you so much. And thank you for joining us. We had so many amazing comments. Did you see some of the comments, or do you want me to go back over them really quick?
Oh, they were amazing. Yeah, follow us on socials and you can read them on there.
Yes. All right. Thank you for taking the time, everybody tuning in, and those who are watching this after the recording is over. We appreciate you, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.
Adios.